Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and now it's time for the nation's sharpest opinion. Abhijit Ganguly is a former judge today. Till this morning, he was a judge of the Calcutta High Court. Last year, this former judge was pulled up by CJI D.Y. Chandrachud himself after Abhijit Ganguly gave interviews on television in which he spoke against the Trinamool Congress and Abhishek Banerjee in the context of the alleged job for bribes scam. Today, in the most in-depth interview to Republic Bangla, Abhijit Ganguly has dropped heavy indications that he is going to be joining the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now, I'm sorry, but I must ask you, what on earth is going on, my lords? With the greatest of respect to the judiciary, I would like to ask everyone on the bar and the bench and all citizens of this country, what's going on? You are a judge one day and an MP candidate the other, you'll be a mantri the next day. It's all okay? Is it? No cooling off period required? When former judges quit the judiciary one day and if they are welcomed into political parties the next, is that or is that not an open infringement of one pillar of democracy with the other? And why do political parties allow it? Is that or is that not a transgression of the judiciary and politics beyond justification? And is it or is it not a trespassing to go? A trespassing to go from executing justice without bias to executing and advocating for a political party, a particular political ideology and party on the other. My view, ladies and gentlemen, is that it is. The BJP, if it is welcoming Abhijit Ganguly with open arms, should be questioned. So should the former judge. My view is that it cannot and should not be seen as a simple expulsion or induction or a career change or a profession change, because judges are by definition and baseline supposed to be above all things political. What is going on? Tomorrow, somebody is going to leave the Supreme Court and within one day also become a minister. My view is also consistent that this is not the first time. History is replete with instances from Nehru onwards when he appointed a judge of the Supreme Court as governor of Orissa. Of these instances, history is also witness to a host of ex-IAS officers quickly becoming part of political parties and governance. And as the world's largest and strongest democracy, we have to ask the question about the cooling off period. Should there be a cool-off period in which it is mandatory 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, depending on the profession in which you are, depending on the position you hold, depending on the particular constitutional office or high office of law or the judiciary which you hold? The induction of professionals into politics is a positive sign because it eradicates the entire stench of the system of political dynasties running political parties. But that induction must not come at a price of trust deficit by the electorate. And what is happening is wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, you have the UPSC system and the civil services system in which you have huge quotas and young people have very few opportunities to quickly move up. Despite having domain experience, they don't really get into professional careers to serve the government. And on the other, people who are judges coolly move and then they join political parties. You're going to have service chiefs tomorrow, you have had in the past. In fact, there is no office in which there's a definitive cooling off period. I believe there should be a strong cooling off period. And I believe that it should be made mandatory. If it isn't, we are walking on very dangerous ground. That's my view.